Welcome back to my channel. How do you solve this particular fractions word problem? And how do you know what operation to use within that word problem? Let's get into it right now.
It's like every day.
Let's read this fraction question. So, 3 weeks ago, 2/3 of the 60 customers at the store were female. Last week, 3/6 of the 80 customers were female. Were they more female customers 3 weeks ago or last week? Okay, so let's look at the first part of the question. So we have 2/3 of 60, and then we have 3/6 of 80. Of always means multiply, so we know we're multiplying. That's part of the math language. Of means multiply. That's the first thing you'd have to know, otherwise you wouldn't know what you're calculating. So 2/3 of 60, let's do that first. How do we set that up? So 2/3 of 60. Now, you know, once you have a number, a whole number in fractions, to make it a fraction, you put it over 1, just so you can balance out both sides of the question, right? And then, as we said before, of means multiply, so we know we're multiplying. So you just multiply straight across then, right? So 2 times 60, or if 2 times 6 is 12, then you tag the 0 on the end, so that would make it 120. 3 times 1 is 3. So now we have 120 over 3. What do we do with this? Well, we need to know how many times does 3 go into the 120, right? So we can do that down here, and we divide that by 3. 3 into 12 goes 4 times. 3 into 0, right? So that gives us the answer of 40, right? So let's go across here and let's do the 3/6 of 80. Right, so let's set it up here. So like we said before, of means multiplication, and then we make a whole number a fraction by putting it over 1. So we just go straight across, right? So 3 times 8 is 24, with the 0 at the end is going to give us 240. 6 times 1 is 6, right? So now what we have to do, we're going to have to do another division. So we have 240 divided by the 6, right? 6 into 24 goes 4 times. 6 into 0, right? So that gives us a 0 at the end. So it's also 40. So in fact, were they more female customers 3 weeks ago or last week? Well, the number of female customers were the same for both weeks. Another way you can look at this one, if you know your fractions like that, you would look at this one straight away and see 3/6 of the 80. 3/6, if you was to reduce 3/6, you would see that this is a half. If you were to divide this by 3, because you could see the 3 times table has 3 and 6 in it, right? So if you divide both by 3, 3 divided by 3 is 1. 6 divided by 3 is 2. So immediately, instead of doing all the calculation, you would see that a half of 80 would be 40 anyway, if you could see it like that. But you know, for the sake of the video, it's good to do the working out so you could see how we arrived at the answer. So they're both the same.
Here's that visual of the last part of that video. So if you have 3/6, you know it's equal to a half if you use the 3 times table and divide the upper and the lower part of that fraction by 3. Like, comment and subscribe with that notification bell so you know every time I upload, which is every Wednesday. And I will see you next time in another math video. Thank you for watching. Class dismissed.
Every day.